and welcome all to the Shadowlands Season 1 Mythic Plus guide. My name's Q, and I'm a streamer, Mythic Plus coach, and founder of Sanctum, a sanctuary for holy priests. I release seasonal Mythic Plus guides and post keys to this channel every Sunday. Subscribe to not miss a thing. I just want to thank you all for supporting me and my content. My goal is to prove to the WoW community that Holy Priest is a reliable healer in 5-man content, and together we're proving this every day. If you want to be part of our Holy Priest community, check the Discord link down below to join Sanctum, a home for several hundred Holy Priests. You can there find easily accessible guides, tips and tricks, as well as instructions on how to get free coaching. For now, let's get down to business. It wouldn't be a new season without a new challenging affix. This aberration spawns every 20% trash you pull in a dungeon. It will inflict ticking damage upon the group, increasing until he reaches 20 stacks. The goal here is to kill it as fast as possible to avoid too much strain on the healer. When the Prideful dies, your group now does 30% increased healing and damage for 1 minute. As a Holy Priest, your goal becomes to make sure you communicate with your group if you have any healing cooldowns, if they need to use health pots, or even if somebody needs to pop a DPS cooldown to kill it faster. Apotheosis and Divine Hymn are both helpful tools in this scenario. Divine Hymn works more as a stabilizing spell that you can use earlier on in the fight, perhaps around 70% health or before 20 stacks. The higher stacks the Prideful gets, the more direct and bursty you need to be with your heals, which suits the Apotheosis playstyle more. Your build is not so much defined by stat priorities this season, as Intellect holds an extremely high value this early. You want to make sure you're equipping the high eye level gear first, and from there you may start tweaking your stat priority into something you prefer. Haste has significant value this season as a lot of burst healing is needed, especially for prides and big pulls. For starting out, I recommend a simple haste crit build. Once you get into higher content, you may notice that versatility takes higher priority. The value of versatility ranks higher as you rise in content, considering the damage reduction of it, along with the increased stable output. Double value. We may see some variety in talents this season, as we have the opportunity to change up our talents depending on our choice of legendary. With the main Flash concentration build, you will notice that Trail of Light remains dominant. Renewed Faith has great potential in a semi-preemptive playstyle, where you make sure Renew is on your target in before a specific scenario, or if you're running with the talent Benediction to get a full passive effect through Prayer of Mending casts. With the removal of Perseverance, Angelic Feather on the second row is now on high priority. Body and Soul looks good on paper, but is likely only going to cause you to waste mana when you don't need it. Guardian Angel is always going to be the main go-to, but now also plays a much more significant role with the Flash concentration build, allowing you to expand on your single target healing immensely. As for the crowd controls, I recommend Shining Force, but it may depend on your group, your comfort, and the weekly affixes. Surge of Light provides you with speedy healing on the move. With this, you can easily refresh your FC buff without falling behind, and earn you some extra mana saving when in need. On this row, it's all about your playstyle. If you enjoy providing some extra damage, pick Divine Star. On the other hand, if you find yourself casting Prayer of Mending on cooldown, struggling with mana usage, or if you're running the Renewed Faith talent, Benediction may just be your perfect talent. As you go higher, the passive effect might just be what you need to increase your throughput. And lastly, Apotheosis takes the #1 spot for burst healing. It's very useful for prides and for rougher packs, and with resetting your holy words on activation, it's an extremely good cooldown and an oh shit button. The top choice for this expansion is Flash Concentration. When you cast Flash Heal, your next heal cast is reduced by 0.2 seconds with a small healing increase, stacking up to 5 times. This buff lasts for 20 seconds from the moment you cast your last Flash Heal. The goal is to keep this buff up in combat by weaving in a Flash Heal here and there, and then continue using Heal as your main single target spell. This playstyle has significant value for Mythic Plus and is especially strong together with the talent Trail of Light. Flash Concentration is the best legendary for pushing this content and should be crafted as soon as possible. If you want a secondhand choice, Harmonious Apparatus could be an option. This legendary supports Serendipity by allowing more spells to reduce your Holy Word cooldowns. If you're more of a calm and collected type of Holy Priest, this legendary provides throughput overall and could help you out. Twins of the Sun Priestess gives you power infusion when you cast it on an ally. This legendary provides throughput and could, but won't necessarily work as no shit button, as you might want to PI an ally in their cooldowns. On the other hand, this gives you the opportunity to challenge yourself on doing some extra damage. The other legendaries don't really compete, as the throughput is either non-existent or unreliable. Necrolord can provide instant burst with a short cooldown, and its shields have significant value for the priest overall. The Venthyr provides a very interesting gameplay experience through its damage into healing ability mind games that can really help you sustain in tough fights, as well as the huge Covenant buffs in Revendreth dungeons. Kyrian has a strong burst with a boon cooldown and its vials that cleanse all your debuffs as well as heals you. And Night Fae lets you reduce cooldowns, manage mana, and add some much needed damage reduction where you need it. With a now 20% damage reduction, Night Fae is looking very good from High Mythic Plus. Your Covenant choice is not what's going to determine how high you could go. Play what you enjoy and I guarantee you'll go the furthest. In your Covenant Sanctum, after you pick your Soulbind friend, you're presented with some choices to empower this bind. These are called conduits, and there are 3 types of them. Potency allows you to empower your throughput. Endurance provides you with self-sustained buffs. And Finesse are more niche buffs. My advice would be to make sure you have at least 1 potency and 1 endurance, then the rest is up to you depending on which path you take. Here's your priority table for conduits. As you can see, anything that buffs the spells and powers we use the most are high priority. Single target healing is vital in most cases, and so we want to make sure that's buffed to the highest extent through resonant words. You're 100% going to notice the buff, especially paired with the Flash Concentration legendary. For endurance, Translucent Image gives you damage reduction through Fade on a 30-second cooldown. Clear Mind on the Finesse section gives us lower mana cost for dispelling, which is a big part of being a healer in Mythic Plus. Keep this one in mind for the most part. I want to round up this video by saying that there has been an apparent rise in numbers on the Holy Priest charts, taking a step up and showing the world what we can do. I'm super happy to be able to present Sanctum as a pillar in the Holy Priest community. Without you, we'd be nothing. So thank you for spreading the knowledge and inspiration all over. Don't forget to join the Discord for more Holy Priest shenanigans, and follow my socials to be up to date with all my content. I hope you found some value in this guide. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in dungeons!